Greetings, my loyal and true knights. It is I, Blaze Templar, with week 7 of the IPL, and we are going up against Curious Cleffa, fantastic battler. You should go check her out. She's like the third female Poketuber I've run into, so that's notable as well. I've been around for I'd say 9 years at this point. Good grief. And she's only like the third I've run into. That's kind of sad, but she's a great battler. She does a lot of VGC stuff. Go check her out if you like Pokemon or VGC. And apparently we're getting into the match, so I can't keep on rambling about that. So anyway, I decided Diancie and Amoonguss. Good lead because Intimidate will get clear body guarded, and at the same time I can get Diancie Mega'd, and Mega Diancie is just such a great Pokemon, and it's good to get a Protect, get it Mega'd, just for various reasons, and she does decide to Volt Switch with the main entry, kind of saw that coming, and wasn't sure which slot she wanted to go for, so I'm going to go ahead and get that Mawile asleep as she Volt Switches into it. Kind of nice for me. Excuse me, by the way. Sorry about that. Anyway, Regirock comes in. I was kind of greedy here. I just wanted to Moonblast the Scrafty, get it out of the way, because it's one of the Pokemon that would be really annoying to deal with otherwise. But she does make a fairly decent play in going into Regirock. I don't think she had anything except maybe Nidoking that could have taken that better. So a good play on her part, and now I'm going to Protect just to see what she wants to do, and Amoonguss will take the Volt Switch with no problem. It's such a specially defensive tank. Unfortunately, it does not take the Stone Edge nearly as comfortably, and so at this range, I'm going to need to deal with this thing and kill it as quickly as I can. So I'm going to go into Zapdos. I don't think the Mawile is going to wake up this turn, and so I'm going to Earth Power. And I actually kind of feel like I'm feeling kind of lucky with the sleep turns right now. So I'm going to go ahead, Earth Power again, take out Mawile. I'm feeling good because I'm going to get my Tailwind up. Diancie's going to be in and be able to destroy souls, but it wakes up this turn and Iron Heads me. And so, once again, my first Pokemon to go down is my Mega, which is so frustrating. But in comes Heatran, kind of terrifying for Mawile. Mew, though, very bulky Pokemon, as it kind of demonstrates here, taking the Heat Wave double down from Heatran and Zapdos with a decent opportunity. But that Tailwind absolutely has me terrified. I can't stay in with Heatran. I know that. And so I'm going to go into Weezing and protect my Heatran. This actually makes a little bit more sense. I know Heatran is threatened by these two, but I really wanted to tempt her to go attack Heatran. That's just why I went for the Protect. So just kind of defend it and maybe get some stuff off. And I'm going to Will-O-Wisp here. Unfortunately, I miss, and the Tailwind, and so my speed boost, which was turned into a speed slowing, is now over, which is nice. But now I can Will-O-Wisp Mawile, and that really does kind of neuter the threat of Mawile. Scrafty is going to start getting weakened by Giga Drain and not Foul Play. That would be kind of awesome, though, if I was running it this week. I'm not, though, so yeah. And I have no reason to go for Rage Powder right now. I don't care who he attacks. They both are fine to attack. I don't care, and in fact, I'd rather have Weezing die over Amoonguss. So, if I was running Rage Powder, it wouldn't be a problem. Was I running Rage Powder? I don't think I was. But anyway, I know this is a decent opportunity going to Mamoswine. Kind of threatened, but the Scrafty wakes up that turn, and that's kind of terrifying. I was kind of hoping she would switch, or if she did wake up, I could burn it, and Amoonguss, or Weezing could... Mamoswine could come in and Earthquake if he didn't wake up. There we go. Ugh, I can't talk today. I'm sorry. But I'm going to Pain Split. I know I need to keep Weezing's health up for a little while at least, until these two are whittled down a bit. So I'm going to Protect now, as I kind of get a feeling that he's going to want to do some damage. But he decides to double down on my Weezing. Kind of makes sense because he's seen me have Protect, or she's seen me have Protect on Amoonguss. And this is the problem with only running into 3 female Poketubers. You want to say he, it's actually she. So sorry about that, Cleffa. I definitely am going to try to avoid having that happen, but I'm going to keep on Pain Splitting, weakening the Scrafty and the Mawile. This is kind of a stally part of the match, so anyway, we're just kind of waiting for these two to die. But this turn I'm going to make a play that looks a little bit stupid, as she goes for the knockoff and the Iron Head. Definitely an obvious play due to Protect, but I'm going to Pain Split myself, which normally looks like it would make no sense whatsoever, but in this case it does because I want her to target my Weezing and take it out, giving me a free switch in, and also protect my Amoonguss from getting hit with a Psychic, which is the other part of the reasoning. And her Play Rough does very little. It's burned, so no surprises, plus resisted. So now Mew is asleep. I don't have to worry about it for a little while, and that is why I was more than willing to let my Weezing go down. Now I can bring Mamoswine in, protect, Earthquake, and we are looking okay. As the two things I needed Weezing for no longer are in play, and Mew is weakened quite a bit by that Earthquake, but Manectric is still prowling around. It does have the fire move, and she does kind of need to go for it, but I see it coming and go into Heatran, and this does give me a nice opportunity to put the Manectric to sleep for one turn, kind of take it out of the running for a turn, and easily take it out with an Earth Power. So we're looking okay there. I'm going to go ahead and also switch into Zapdos so I can get my Tailwind up a little easier, as I don't need Amoonguss in anymore. And with that Earth Power, Manectric goes down, Mew is back up and running, and she goes for the Psychic, which was the other reason why I didn't actually go for the Tailwind, because I was predicting maybe the Mew to set up another Trick Room, and I needed to know, I needed info, so I couldn't risk going for the Tailwind and having her do that, so I just Heat Wave. Unfortunately, I get the feeling that this Nidoking might just be Scarfed. It's kind of scaring me. It might also be Life Orb, so I don't know what it is, and I don't want to risk it. I know Nidoking also is naturally fast, so this turn, I'm just going to Tailwind, knowing that I can take another Ancient Power as she goes for the Earth Power, so kind of suggesting she might be Scarfed or Specs, but I can't be guaranteed of that. I'm going to Roost here. She's going to Psychic. I think I can take one set of hits, but apparently this Mew is a monster and does like 50% to my Amoonguss, which is specially defensive. Really surprising. And then Nidoking is able to take it out with that Sheer Force boosted Earth Power. So at this point, I can just go into Mamoswine and naturally outspeeds, plus the Tailwind. No problem of being outsped at this point. And coupled with a discharge, Mew goes down as well. And so that is the end of the match. It was definitely back and forth at points, and that blasted Trick Room had me terrified, because it's like, oh no, what is she going to Trick Room on me? What am I going to have to worry about? What's she going to do to make me slower and her faster and all those shenanigans? So that was definitely something I was a little worried about. I was really lucky that my Amoonguss and it was slower than everything else, and I was even more lucky that I decided to run Gyro Ball this week, because it meant that my Weezing was slower than everything else too. So those played a really nice game, and this will be it for today. Later.